Hello, Haverford Township second graders. Greetings from a galaxy far, far away. The Resistance needs your help today. I have 3 Star Wars science options that you can choose from to support our mission. In the words of Obi-Wan Kenobi, you have the power. Let's look at our options. Today, you have an opportunity to do Star Wars related Jabba slime. Or perhaps you'd like to make an Ewok catapult. Or the last option, maybe you'd like to work on Anakin's robot arm. Let's look into it. Our first option, Jabba slime. Do you recognize this creature? This is Jabba. Jabba is a large, slug-like creature known as a Hutt. Some people might think he looks like slime. He rules his criminal empire from his palace on Tatooine. Let's find out how we are going to celebrate Jabba today. Before we begin, we need to understand the science. Now, in your galaxy, most slimes that maybe you've made or at least you've seen have glue. Glue is made of molecules linked together in long repeated chains called polymers, right? In glue, these polymers slide around freely until you add a chemical known as a crosslinker. Now, the crosslinker makes those chains, those long, right, repeated chains, stick together. In this experiment, in the Jabba slime, the crosslinker is the baking soda and the contact solution. When they come into contact with those polymer chains in the glue, there's a reaction there, chemical reaction, and the glue turns into slime. It's very exciting. Let's get started. You'll need glue. You'll need some measuring spoons. You will need a cup or a bowl. Anything will do. I marked mine. I was going to use my measurement. You'll need baking soda. And you will need some contact solution. And you'll need, if you have it on hand, some food coloring. So you'll start by pouring about 1/2 cup of glue into a bowl. You're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of the baking soda and then mix it very carefully so that there's no lumps, smooth. Now, to make your slime Jabba-like, makes it fun, add a little food coloring, couple drops of green food coloring would be fun. After that, you're going to add 1 tablespoon of contact lens solution. And remember, this and the baking soda act as the cross-linking chemical. So when that comes in contact with the glue, you stir, stir, stir. It's amazing, right? That chemical reaction, it turns into slime. Now, if you don't like the way the slime feels, if it's too sticky, add a teeny bit of contact solution. You want to check out mine? I like to pretend it's Jabba. Squish them. Yes. This is a very fun activity. I hope you enjoy it. Let's look at the next option you have today. Oh, the Ewok catapult. The Ewok catapult is inspired by the Ewoks. Now, the Ewoks of Endor are small, but they play a huge role in the battle against the Empire. Their fearsome handmade weapons are made from logs and sticks, yet they can destroy some of the toughest Imperial war machines. So today, if you choose, you are going to try and build your own catapult from the same sort of materials that the Ewoks used. Sticks. Just collect some sticks. Let's take a look. So before we get started with our project, we have to look at the science behind it. So when you think of a catapult, we have to think about the energy, right? So let's talk about energy. Energy, this idea of everlasting energy. Energy isn't created and it isn't destroyed. It's transformed from one form to another. And a catapult is really cool because it can demonstrate energy transformations in action. Check this out. So we're going to talk energy just for a couple seconds. Chemical, potential, and kinetic. When you pull the arm back, right, the chemical energy in your muscles from the food that you ate, right, becomes potential energy stored in this elastic band, right, that you pulled back. Now, you let go, and that potential energy becomes kinetic energy, right? The energy in motion, launching that ammunition through the air. So you've got chemical energy transforming into potential energy, and the potential energy transforming into kinetic energy. I had a lot of fun with this one. Let's see. So this is what you'll need. You'll need some sturdy sticks, about 6 of them, and they should be about the same size. You'll need some scissors. You'll need some rubber bands, and you'll need a small cup or something that you plan on using to hold your ammunition, right? So I'll show you what I did. I'm going to move me over so you don't need to see me. You need to see the picture. So you just might hear my voice from now on, but that's okay. I think that's okay. All right. So step 1. Now, I have to tell you that I used dowels. When I went to do this project on your planet, it was pouring for days. So I had to use sticks that I had on hand. You might want to use, if you have wooden dowels at home, or you have skewers at home, your mom might have them, or your dad might have them in a kitchen drawer. If not, try and get 6 sticks that are very similar in size. That helps. So you've got your rubber bands and you've got your sticks. Step 1 is to use the rubber bands to firmly tie 3 sticks together to form a triangle. You can see that in the first slide picture here. Check out slide 2 or step 2. You're going to take 2 more sticks and you are going to join 2 more sticks into 2 of the joints of your triangle. Then you're going to bend them together and join them with another rubber band. So when you're finished this step, it almost looks like you have a diamond shaped with a bend in the middle, right? Almost like a hinge, right? So you have one triangle and then you have another triangle. Now, step 3, you might notice here, the first thing you have to do, guys, is cut that last stick in half. Then you're going to tie the halves between the 2 parts of the diamond shape. Do you see here's one? And then there's the other. And that's used to support. Step 4, you're going to stand the frame on one of the triangles. That's your base. And when you go to launch, you're going to want to put your hand right here just to firm up that base a little bit. Now, ideas for firing mechanisms. A shallow bowl or maybe a pouch. You could make it from material that you have laying around. You could use a lid maybe from maybe a bottle of soda or maybe something a little bit bigger. Plastic container of some sort. I used a takeout container that we had that, like, you know how dressing sometimes comes in a container, salad dressing? That's the one I use, and just washed it out carefully. Step 6, you are going to make 3 holes in the carrier. So you're going to space them evenly. I said to think of a clock: 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. And you're going to make a hole here, here, here. Now you might need help with that. If you do, grab an adult and see if they can give you a hand there. Once you have the holes, you're going to fasten the rubber bands to each hole and then tie it to the ends of your catapult. I actually had to just link mine right here. I didn't even have to tie it on. Now, step 7, you're going to load your cup. Mini marshmallows, small pom-poms, paper balls. Pull back and release. Oh, mine worked terrifically well. I had so much fun building this. I imagined myself battling the Ewoks and winning. I hope you have fun if you choose to build the Ewok caterpillar. Remember this idea of energy, right? This chemical energy that you transformed, right? You ate, that gave you energy, right? That transformed into potential energy as you pulled back on that catapult, and then boom, releasing it. There's your kinetic energy. That was fun. Let's look at our last option for the day. Do you recognize him? Did you know that before he was known as Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker lost his right arm fighting Count Dooku? After turning to the dark side and becoming Darth Vader, he lost his left arm and both legs in a battle against Obi-Wan Kenobi. Wow. Let's see what we're going to do today here. Your hands are amazing. With them, you can play the violin or cook a meal with your parents or design a robot. When people design robots, one of the parts they spend the most time on is the hand or whatever other grabber the robot might have. Robots do useful and important work, and unless they can grab and move things, they can't get the job done. So let's take a look. Here's how ours is going to work. So the straw hand design that's shown in this project mimics the way the tendons bend your fingers, even though the muscles that control the action are actually in your forearm. Let's try. So to make your finger bend, go ahead, bend it. The muscle pulls on a long string of collagen called a tendon. The tendon connects the muscle to the bone in your finger. It's kind of like a remote control. When the muscle pulls, the finger bends at the joint. So you are going to use drinking straw as both the bone and the skin, and the yarn or sewing thread as the tendon. And you'll provide the muscle, of course. So for this particular project, you'll need cardboard, some straws, and you'll need yarn or thread. I used yarn, as you'll see in the movie that we are about to watch. The other thing that you will use, guys, is a glue gun. So please have an adult present to help you with this piece. Are you ready to watch the video? Let's go. So, boys and girls, did you notice that at the end, I was testing my robot hand and I was lifting like a bundle of, they were straws, gold straws bound with a rubber band. Test your hand. What can it lift? Can it lift a tissue? If it can lift a tissue, can it lift something heavier, like maybe a dishcloth? Is it super strong? Can it lift like a beach towel or a bath towel? Have fun. You might have to rewatch this video a couple of times, pause it as you're working. I think I had a lot of fun with this. In fact, I made two, a left and a right, just to see which one I could work better. To wrap this up, happy May the 4th, second graders. Let me leave you with a quote from the wise one, Yoda. Truly wonderful the mind of a child is. This shows that despite all he's seen, he doesn't exclude the thoughts and opinions of others, no matter their size or age, and that teachers can learn from their students. This is a special message from your teachers at Haverford Township to you second graders out there. We miss you and we appreciate all the hard work you're doing. Have a great day. Happy May the 4th.